Welcome to my channel. What's up, my party people? If you haven't already noticed, I have a new feature in my YouTube videos, and that is a backdrop. So excited about it. I've had some backdrop malfunctions in the past, and I did away with them completely because I didn't have one. And the little hacks I was trying just were not cutting it, sis. So now I finally have my own official backdrop. And the best part, I did not spend $100 or hundreds of dollars on a backdrop. I made one myself in under 30 minutes with less than $20. I poop you not. So if you yourself would like to learn how to make this kind of backdrop, just stay tuned. Now, one quick little tidbit. It will take you probably less time if you have a Home Depot in your town, because I'm using PVC pipes to build this, and I had to go to Ace Hardware and I had to cut the pipes myself. So I will have a section of me cutting the pipes to begin with, but if you, like I said, went to Home Depot, you can come home with your dimensions already cut. I hope you enjoy the video, and let's dive right in. All right, so what I have here are 10 5-foot 3/4 inch PVC pipes. Like I said, if you have a Home Depot in your town, this step will be unnecessary. So what I'm going to need are 3 60-inch pieces, which, boom, 3 60-inch pieces already done. And I'm going to need 2 36-inch pieces, 4 18-inch pieces, and 4 14-inch pieces. And there, I got it all marked up. So I did get like an extra pole, but rather be safe than sorry. So now, let's go grab the saw. Now let me first just start by saying, I've never done anything like this, but my dad showed me how to use the hand saw. Push this down and, alright. My goodness. I hope this isn't one of those gory videos. Wish me luck. Let me back it up a little bit. I feel so nervous about this. Should I be touching it first? It's probably gonna go quick. I'm gonna go have my dad show me one time so I don't kill myself. This one right here. And then this one, this is gonna be the scrap piece. Alright, so just had my dad cut my pieces for me, and I got them all laid out here. This cooler's better as a seat than a saw table. So I have my 14-inch pieces, 4 14-inch pieces. I have my 4 18-inch pieces, my 2 36-inch pieces, and my 3 60-inch pieces. Alright, so let me grab my design over here. Okay, you're going to need 6 T-connectors, and I just got a pack of 10 because it was cheaper that way. You're going to need 2 elbow pieces, and you're going to need 4 end caps. Little end caps like that, and all for 3/4 inch PVC pipes. To begin, we're going to grab 2 of our T-connectors and put one to the side, and then grab 2 of your 14-inch poles and begin by placing the poles into the 2 holes of the T-connector that would create a horizontal line, leaving the perpendicular hole open for the time being. Go ahead and grab your other T-connector and repeat the same steps with your last 2 14-inch PVC piping. We now have our 2 feet, if you will, of our backdrop stand, and we're going to be building everything else up from these 2 legs. At this point, you can go ahead and put your end caps on all 4 endings of these 2 poles, one on each end, and then go ahead and grab the other pole and put the end caps on the other one. Once you have your end caps put on, you're going to grab one of your 18-inch poles and one of the poles we just created with the T-connector, and you're going to put the 18-inch pole in the T-connector like so that way you create an upside down T, if you will. And then go ahead and grab the other leg that we had and do the same thing. So you have 2 of the same exact upside down T's. Now go ahead and grab your 3rd T-connector. Take note of the way I put this T-connector on, because eventually it is going to create another perpendicular line perpendicular to your base. Go ahead and grab the other base and put another T-connector on to that one. This leaves us with 2 identical setup pieces. Now go ahead and grab one of your 36-inch poles and put it into the top hole of the T-connector, giving us some more height to our stand. Yep, you guessed it. Grab the other 36-inch pole and repeat on the other side. Now grab your last 2 T-connectors and put one on the top of each pole. Make sure they're pointing in the same direction as the T-connector that's now in the middle. At this point, our stand is beginning to get pretty tall, so it's up to you to decide if you want to create the top piece first and add it, or what exact steps you want to go in. But I decided to attach my 2 sides together to create a sturdier base for me to be able to add the additional pieces to the top of my stand. So that being said, go ahead and grab 2 of your 60-inch or 5 feet poles and put them in the remaining holes of the T-connectors, the holes that will cause those perpendicular lines that I was speaking of. Now we're going to grab the last 2 18-inch poles and we're going to insert them in the last hole of the T-connectors above the highest 60-inch bar. But before we do that, because like I said, it's about to get pretty tall, I'm going to grab my elbow pieces and I'm going to put those on one end of the 18-inch poles first. Once the elbows are placed onto the poles, we are left with 2 pieces that look just like this. Now go ahead and insert each one on either side of the stand. So now you're going to grab your last 60-inch pole, your last pole in general, unless you're like me and have a whole bunch of extras, because you bought too many. You're going to go ahead and take your 60-inch pole and you're going to place it into the last 2 holes of our elbow connectors. Now, if you have someone at home that's tall and that can help you out, then that might be advisable here. Otherwise, you can be like me and use something like a cooler. This cooler has honestly worked as a chair, a saw table, and now a ladder for me. So who knew they'd be so handy? And bam, we finally have the frame to our backdrop. So now let's go ahead and throw on some fabric to get the final result. Now this would work a lot better with handle clamps that could encase the 3/4-inch pipes, but my store did not have one, so I had to work with what I got. And luckily enough, my fabric was pretty light, so this worked. But for heavier fabric, I will definitely need some clamps. Now, let's see here. All right, come here. Let's readjust. So, what? So, I could raise this a little bit taller because I'm pretty sure you can see that a little bit. We got a backdrop, y'all. What? Look at that. I'm very, very happy. I need to pause this so I can do the beginning and ending of my video now that I got a backdrop. All right, let's do that. Well, everyone, I hope that was a simple enough video, and I hope you were able to follow along. If you have any extra questions for me, though, any questions about logistics or maybe something I didn't explain well enough for you, go ahead and leave a comment in the comment section. And of course, if you're new to this channel, please do hit the subscribe button, and I would really appreciate it. I'm going to be having more YouTube hacks coming, a lot more videos in general, goofy hair videos, all of the above. So I will catch you later. Princess wave. You know why this is a princess wave? So that way they can reach, they're waving to everyone in the crowd. They're not missing out on anybody. So to all of you out there, hasta la bye bye. I'm going to lower it down a little bit too. Readjust. This is the part where I skip and split the video. You will never see this. Ha ha ha.